What's up guys, Bryce here, and we're back at it again for another video. And in this video, we'll be trying to beat 110 AI around Canada. And we're going to get right into this video. As you can see, we have 5 red lights and they go out. And we're going to use overtake and rich fuel mode as soon as we possibly can. We're going to try to make a move on Verstappen. First thing we can do, try to get a good turn 1 and just a good first lap. The key is if you want to beat 110 AI, you have to make good, clean moves on the first lap. If I wouldn't have passed Verstappen, Bottas would have pulled away and I wouldn't have been able to pass him. So this run, yes, I did restart a few times because I needed to pass Verstappen on that first lap, and I did. And now we're going to try to pass Bottas and try to catch up to him as quickly as I can. Gap is 9 seconds already. They use a hell of a lot of ERS on that first lap. They use a ton of ERS. He's probably like around the 30% mark already, and we have 65. So we're really going to try to conserve as much as we possibly can in this race, and that is the goal. So we're on the back of him right now, and we need to try to stay with him as closely as we can till lap 3 at least, so then we can get the DRS and make a move on him. So underneath half a second at this point in the race, rich fuel mode, breaking down through the chicane is where we're going to gain the most time here. And yeah, most of you know F1 is not really simulator, so you really need to abuse these curbs. It's key if you want to gain time. First corner there, you need to take curbs. Turn 2, you can hook your right tire on there but not get oversteer and a bit too much rotation, and that's good. Braking right after the 100 meter board, you need to take this inside curb there, but you can get a warning if you're not safe like I did there, and I was not safe there and I did get a warning. It's all about taking the curbs. You can easily gain around a second just by abusing the curbs on this track if you know how to do them properly. And going into this right left here, my least favorite corner on the track, it's so tight. You really need to carry just the perfect amount of speed there, and we got another warning. And going down to this hairpin, a pretty cool hairpin, almost like a stadium section. I've been here in real life as well, and I can say that the actual surroundings are modeled very nicely. But the track itself, I don't think it's that the curbs are too low. I just think that the physics in the game are just honestly not that great. You can easily fly over this curb here. For instance, here we can easily use the orange curb, and I don't feel much in the wheel. And I have my wheel settings very high, and I don't feel much. I don't feel like the car's on the edge. But if you play another game with this track, you will run over those curbs, and you need to be extremely careful. And even in real life, if a car were to go flying over them, there would be floor damage. They would bottom out. In this game, no, you can just easily fly over them. Anyway, getting off track here. Here is when we're going to make the move on Bottas, going down into the hairpin, or the chicane I meant, and we get the move done super close to the wall of champions there, and we're able to get the move done on Bottas into the chicane there, and that is a first place for us at the moment. And we were able to stay in front of him. In lap 8, we go into the pits. Braking right after the 50 is a sweet spot for going into the pits here. And we honestly kind of abused the game here because we went into the pits right when Bottas is going in. So he's basically being held up at this point, and he's right behind us. So now we can really focus on Verstappen, who's the car we need to beat. He's coming around the last chicane now, and he should be going on the straight now. We're in the pits. Is he going to be able to catch us? I don't think so. We're going to get out as soon as we can, short shifting as soon as he possibly can. Coming out of the pits, there he is on the right hand side. You can see the little arrow there, and we come around this little pit exit there, and we do come out in front of him. There he is behind us, and that is a successful overcut that we were able to pull off because he pit before us. And now we're on the medium tires till the end. For some odd reason, he is on the hard tires. The AI likes to do that. They'll pit on the hard tires for no apparent reason when they could have done the medium tires. But again, I don't know why. I just wish the physics were a bit better in this game. I don't think they'll ever be like that just because it's meant for a broader audience than a simulator audience. But, you know, it's still a fun game. Some of the curbs are they're just really easy to fly over, and it seems like it should just be a little bit more realistic and they actually do something to the car, especially the ones that are pretty tall in real life, like the chicane here. In real life, they are extremely tall, and it's extremely difficult to get away with going over them aggressively. lap 17 of 18. Nothing, honestly, nothing happened throughout that race, really. Once I was able to pass Bottas and overcut Verstappen, I just kept pulling away and pulling away and pulling away until the gap is 8.4 now. So I was able to pull away quite a bit. And the last lap of the race, we'll do a little guide here on this last lap. Getting a good exit is extremely key. I do have a track guide on this track. Be sure to check it out in the top right hand corner. Going down to turn 1, brake at that patch of concrete, using all the curb on the left as you can. Don't carry too much speed here because you will go a bit wide. Try to clip your tire on the inside curb. A smooth exit with the throttle is super key. Braking after the 100-meter board. Try not to get too much of a wide apex there, but you need to hit those both curbs. I did not demonstrate that very well. Hit those inside and outside curbs. After the 100-meter board, right, that orange barrier there, inside curb you need to take as well as the outside. You can stay tight to the inside here to gain you a few more tenths, as I did there, but during qualifying you really want to be on that white line. Braking right where the shadow starts, curb on the inside and on the outside, focus on getting a late apex, going down to the hairpin here, braking at the 100-meter board. We went extremely deep there, do not do that, and get a late apex. Try to stay tight to that little hairpin and get a good exit is extremely key, because this will lead onto a straight. Any corner that leads onto the long straight is where you can gain the most amount of time, because if you can get a good exit, you'll carry all of that speed all the way down to this chicane here, braking in the middle of the 50 and the 100, taking curb on the inside, the outside, avoid the wall of champions, and that is a lap of Canada, and we do come across the line to win the race. So we were able to beat 110 AI around Canada. It's been a while since I've been able to beat the AI, because usually the tracks you're able to beat the AI is the tracks that the AI cannot abuse the track as much as the player can. A good example of this is this track, Singapore. You can brutally abuse all of the curbs, so that's a track that the player can come in front. Monza is another good example of that. This track is a good example of that. Just tracks where you can abuse the curbs is the one that the players can really exceed. So this is one of those tracks that I was able to kind of come out on top, and we're able to get the fast lap as well. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like down below. Hopefully everyone is having a good week, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye bye.